Hello everyone, my name is Steven Nux, and in this video, I will give you all a commentary on this new, or it's kind of new, it's kind of old, Sonic Prologue film. It's basically a Sonic fan film, a whole 3D, like an actual, short film that Sonic fans have been, waiting for months and months, and they, finally got here. I think it's pretty interesting, and to talk about this movie with me, I brought some guests. Please introduce yourselves.
Alright, this is Blue of Blue Rush 1992, Pizza Hut. Oh wait, there's this other guy named Radioactive Raw SNG.
Really? Alright, what is up, y'all? This is Radioactive Raw SNG, and glad to be here, Steven.
I invited these guys to watch the movie with me, and it should be a fun time. I'd love to see their opinions, and I'd love to know your opinions on the movie if you're going to be watching this with us. So, when you guys are ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Disclaimer.
Yep.
We claim no ownership.
Basically, we don't own anything.
Pretty much.
We don't own anything.
Liars. They probably have ads on.
Yeah.
I can see them now, monetizing the video.
Necomix. Okay, we have Chris Wilcots animation. Never heard of it, so I'm brand new to this guy's stuff. And there's Tails and the beach.
Tails is lonely again.
It's modern
Where's
Tails.
Sonic? I must
It's
be
actually a
with him.
good-looking model of Tails, to be honest.
Yeah, it actually looks really
Source
good.
Filmmaker has some pretty nice models, except Sonic. I hate it. There's you can see a faint line in between both of his eyes. It's so obscure.
Look at that waterfall, man. I think that is what made the movie. If that waterfall was not there, I think this movie would have been just way worse.
The waterfall is the main star of the
random
movie. They could have made the whole Sonic Prologue.
These are random spikes.
Spikes in a checkpoint.
That was the same day we met.
So
yeah, there's just a random set of spikes.
Okay, so we know that checkpoints are used to save your progress in the games, but what in the world is a checkpoint to Sonic? Is it just a random thingy that's on the ground? Who in the world plants all these checkpoints everywhere?
Yeah.
Alright, so it looks like the movie is about to start. Necomix presents. I feel like I'm at the theater right now. It just feels amazing. There we go.
Oh my god.
Sonic's plane.
Sonic's flying the tornado. That never happens ever.
Never seen this before.
Even though it is this plane, it's he never uses it at all. It's
Yeah,
always,
as a kid, I used to think it was Tails' plane. I thought Tails made the plane.
Apparently, it's always been
Sonic's
plane.
In the original story by Sega and Sonic Team. Apparently, they based this off the Japanese manual to Sonic 1. So they stuck really close to the source material on this. Sonic Prologue.
School with me.
Well, I think that's kind of dead when they try to introduce Sonic CD into this.
Do they?
Cause, yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, with
you'll
Metal
see.
Sonic and all that.
Yeah. Flickies.
Yeah. Random flickies.
Yeah, just watching.
Oh, there goes Sonic. He's looking
Sonic's plane.
at the island.
I've actually never seen Sonic fly the plane himself. It's kind of.
The island looks kind of generic.
It's just an island. Is this this is West Side Island?
I don't think
right?
he ever does.
The Dragon Superman. I'm familiar with that guy.
I guess if you play as Tails in Sonic 2, Sonic flies the plane, but that's really it.
I only know 2 voice actors, Dragon Superman, and one is because he's the freaking director and he thinks he can voice act.
The director put himself in. Yeah.
I'm making this movie. Might as well voice in it.
He voices classic Tails. Am I right?
Classic Sonic.
Classic Sonic. Yeah,
Sonic,
not Tails. A female, I think, voices Tails.
And I think he voices Knuckles too.
It's pretty obvious.
I'd say his mic sucks.
Yeah, the mic could have been better. That is distracting. When I first heard it. We're gonna hear right now.
Yeah. Sonic Prologue, full with filler animation left and right.
He just runs into a tree.
Yeah, this whole fight scene could have been cut down a little more to show Sonic and Tails' meeting up because it really doesn't focus on that as much.
Like, okay, here's the thing with like, okay, like Sonic standing there for so long. I feel like all this could have been way more fast paced, but they just like, well, this movie isn't long enough. We gotta speed it up. They probably like slowed it down in Vegas or something like that.
The grass is so shiny.
Yeah.
The buzz box
looks so flat.
I feel like they're in every movie. They were in the spec film, the Sonic fan film earlier. Like the same
Buzz
robots.
bombers. They're really popular now.
They're everyone's favorite.
Maybe we should get an entire
I freaking hate
spin-off.
this Buzz Bomber scene. It is like the absolute worst in terms of filler animation.
It really is. Like they show him for like
Buzz Bomber the movie.
to show off those graphics, those stars.
They're just like standing.
Just a Buzz Bomber
flying
just
there.
like flying. It's a Buzz Bomber just flying for like 10 minutes. Like there you go. There's the movie.
Yeah, this is pretty filler right here. It's like try not to make it obvious. Like a lot of films do that, but it's not as obvious. Like you're focused in it. This I was kind of bored out. Like it's no suspicion here really.
Yeah.
They're just Buzz Bombers. I mean, if it was like some big monster, maybe.
You see, this could have been done in 12 seconds, and it could have been edited way better than what we got here.
Yeah, like again,
Yeah.
like they're just Buzz Bombers. We know how easy it is to take them out now that Sonic.
I
Sonic
I
fans,
also
we
find
know.
it weird with that finger wag thing because Sonic isn't supposed to be wagging his individual finger. It's supposed to be his hand. I found that so weird.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Here come the voice acting.
Ooh. My mic sucks.
His voice is like deeper than modern Sonic's, I think.
How come the animation is better when Sonic is talking, but it's so much worse when he's like fighting Buzz Bomber?
Yeah, whoever animated
Yeah,
this,
it was
I think
bad.
it looks really good. Like the animation looks like spot on.
I
Like
feel like the
could see Sega
directing
doing
was
that.
the one that took it down.
Yeah, if Sonic had like a better
Like
voice, maybe.
some of
Like not to down the voice actor,
Yeah.
but still, like I wouldn't have.
It really
chosen
doesn't
that guy,
fit him.
pretty much. Yeah, it doesn't really.
I don't think the director himself should have portrayed it. I mean, great because he would know like what exactly to do in terms of the scenes. But shouldn't he just like say that in the script? Be like, Sonic needs to be mad here. Sonic needs to be happy here.
Yeah, you know
Sonic
what it
needs to be
is? It's
sarcastic here.
If you've seen the actual like the live action fan film of Sonic, I feel like their voices should have switched. Like Jaleel White should have been this Sonic, and the guy voicing Sonic
Yeah,
probably should
yeah.
have been the modern Sonic. So
Yep, because first off, this classic Sonic's voice is deeper than modern's anyway. It doesn't
it's
matter.
like he just lost his manhood as he grew up.
Maybe when like he got taller, his like voice box stretched up.
You're just yeah.
Where's he going in such a hurry?
What if he like hit a
What?
tree and didn't even? he's not
He
even
just, like
going
hits
in
a
such a
branch
hurry.
and like collides and like bursts into flames.
All right.
That I like that effect right there.
My last time.
Like how Metal Sonic just like appeared out of nowhere. That was pretty cool to me.
I also like Sonic's like face when like he was about to shoot at the laser.
Yeah, Sonic's animations are really good. Like his facial animations, at least.
Yeah.
I thought they did good with the facial animations too.
And Metal Sonic, I think, looks really good in this. Like the
Metal
lighting
Sonic
was
looks
spot on.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, like the lighting like works for Metal Sonic in this.
Also find it kind of weird how Sonic is punching.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're punching metal.
I was
Oh,
actually
well.
kind of entertained
Yeah.
by this fight scene. It dragged on a bit, but I actually thought the ending to it was really good.
Seriously, some screen caps of this look like an official Sonic game. If you
Exactly.
like took this screenshot like
Yeah.
out of context. Oh, there we go. Sonic spin dashing on trees. Even though when you try that in the games, he like boosts through it.
Yeah, he
You
didn't
don't-
learn
you
that
don't go
until
over.
like Lost World, which is like the furthest in the timeline. So
I didn't learn parkour till later. I forgot about it until I'm like, wait a minute, I can do parkour.
exactly.
Where did my parkour go?
I'd love to see like a modern movie, like a movie like just as good as this, like animate and everything, but like with the modern characters, like an actual movie.
Yeah, I
That'd
know
be
what you
cool.
mean.
Exactly.
That would be pretty sweet.
Because this is like raising the bar for fan films. I think this is like I've never really seen a Sonic fan film as good as this one. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we can all agree it's the best one.
It's
Yeah, I mean, there's not much
Well,
competition.
Well, yeah, there's only like 2, so yeah.
Not counting that Sonic and Jaws or whatever it's called.
Belina.
Yeah.
Sonic and Jaws. Sonic Zombie
I
Origins.
love
Is that a fan film?
Sonic, like Sonic and Jaws. That was pretty good.
It was entertaining.
Even though it's
yeah.
like barely any animation.
This, I think, is easily the best one out. So I feel like
Yeah.
after this, I feel like the fan base, they could come up with like, they could come up with a lot more, you know.
I'm hoping that this brings
Yeah.
competition on it. To be
Yeah.
honest, like it'll spark some people up.
One day, maybe an SA3. Who knows?
SA3, the movie.
You know? Oh my
Chaos
gosh.
comes back.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
There would be so much
Sonic-
pressure on you if you were to make an SA3. Like,
my
the
God.
entire fan base would be, like, pressuring the mess out of you.
Hey, look,
Which is
Sonic
probably why
suddenly got the
Sega
power to
hasn't done
go
it yet.
really fast.
Yeah, this is random. When did Sonic learn this? I guess
Yo,
it's exclusive
what
to the
in
movie.
the world is this?
It's just hype mode, I guess.
You know what? This should have been the new moves that were introduced in Lost World.
Oh, yeah.
He should have. Yep.
But it just never happened.
Running in place.
I also hate.
Yeah, that
I
looks
hate
bad.
The super peel out. It cuts out for the top. It
Yeah,
looks
it's just-
so bad.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
line right there just bothers me. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, they
Would've
really
been-
should
would've
have
been
kept
nice
it,
if they
like,
would've
you know,
fixed
just
that.
regular running.
And again, for the people watching this, I'm not hating on their animation skills or anything. It's just, it's open to criticism. I know it's a fan film, but you have the right to criticize certain things.
Sonic films are not perfect,
Yeah.
and you know it's.
That was I liked his hair animation there. That was pretty cool. Even though like none of the trees kind of blew away. I mean, explosion.
That would have. Yeah, if they could have got the trees to blow in the
Yeah, look,
wind
I
with
see
his
the
hair,
animal in
that
the
would have been
background.
pretty cool.
Doom, and it doesn't.
I actually like that little touch of like the little pig that actually walked out of Metal Sonic's body in the background.
Metal Sonic has an animal inside of him. I had no idea.
I don't think he had. I just feel like they just added that in.
Yeah, canonic like in the canon he doesn't, but yeah. I also like Sonic's mouth animation. I think that looks better than like modern Sonics nowadays.
It really does. I really don't like
Modern
the
Sonics now
Sonic.
is like the thing is like Modern Sonics is made more for like, well, it's supposed to be dubbed over in Japanese,
Yeah.
Spanish,
Yeah,
German,
okay.
so I can see why. This is made like only for English, which kind of screws people over. Which if English is not their first language,
I really don't
what is
get.
going?
I really don't get the point in this entire scene. Like, did it
This
have to be in the
scene
movie?
is,
Yeah.
is filler at its finest.
This is like
I could.
when it comes to filler, I think this scene is the epitome of filler, pretty much. Like, it doesn't
I could
explain
make
anything.
this scene in 20 seconds and make it way better.
It's impressive the way it looks and everything. The sounds, it's nice. It's really nice. It's just for a
thought
Sonic
they did
Prologue
pretty good
film.
here.
What does it have to do with anything?
Yeah, it just doesn't fit with everything. It's supposed to be high intense action. Now you get to see like, ooh, look, Eggman is putting in files to Mecha Sonic.
Like, you could have just skipped to this part, if anything, if they wanted to keep how.
If
how
anything,
he
this
did
is not the Sonic CD prologue.
Yeah.
This is Sonic prologue.
I mean, it's showing like a Mecha Sonic and stuff. Like we know we're gonna see that at the end of Sonic 2, so it's foreshadowing, yeah, but still.
Approximate time 6 hours. God.
well, you have to think this is back in like 1992. The
Yeah,
technology
I was just gonna
wasn't-
say that. I was just gonna
the
say
technology
that.
wasn't as good.
But Eggman just freaking downloaded those files in like less than 30 seconds. I'm trying to download a 334 megabyte file, and that takes me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
And how does Eggman have all the Chaos Emeralds? Wait, so are
Yeah,
the special
I don't
stages
know.
not canon?
I don't
Do the
know.
spec-
Maybe
do the
maybe
Chaos Emeralds
Sonic
just like disappear?
maybe Sonic
the-
before the sequel explained this. Yeah, it's never really explained how he got the emeralds in Sonic 2. You just have to collect them again.
Does it ever explain why? Wait, no, actually, never mind. I just realized that Sonic keeps the emeralds after Sonic 2.
Yeah. And back on West Side Island. So is this like Emerald Hill, sort of?
I
don't
guess
think so.
I don't know.
No. Though Emerald Hill, I think like the closest area to Emerald Hill is like the running scene that comes up later.
What if this is like the area in the background of Emerald Hill, like the little grassy scene in the background?
It could
This
be.
looks like something that this looks like something
up
that
for
could be in the
interpretation.
Mystic Ruins.
Mystic. Yeah, it does actually. Mystic Ruins.
Yeah,
Adventure.
because like Tails had a flashback of like basically like Sonic in kind of like a jungle forest kind of place.
Yeah,
Maybe they're like paying homage to that. Maybe.
maybe. Also, I think the race scene is my favorite scene in the game, only because it defines Sonic, what I thought Sonic Prologue was going to be. And I enjoyed the music compilation with it, so it was pretty cool. The animation's really good here. Like it feels like I'm
It's
watching.
really
like,
good. It's really good.
I feel like I'm watching
Although
an actual Sega cartoon or something.
Although one thing, I don't think Sonic should have seen Tails during that. I feel like he shouldn't. He should have been like, "What in the world was that?"
Also, why is Tails like mad here? He looks like angry.
Yeah, why is he mad?
I'm coming after
I'm
you.
after you, Sonic.
I didn't get that at all, but still.
For all Sonic knows, Tails could be
You're
out
so
to kill
cool.
him like a
I hate
freaking
you. Come
assassin.
back.
Yeah, this is my favorite scene in the movie.
And this is where everybody complains that Sonic is using the modern run.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he is. I just noticed. There's also
I
going to
like
be like
this.
a Generations kind of callback, I guess. Like whenever he goes in the air, it kind of reminds me of the. It's coming up soon, actually.
Yeah. I love that spinning effect. Although the spin dash for Tails looks very unrealistic.
Yeah, it's all shiny.
And also the Tails coming out when he's spinning. It's, I mean, it's alright for 2D games, but I don't think it should be something that should be introduced into 3D.
Sonic Generations.
Yeah.
This is how Sonic Generation should have been. We don't need modern.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I
love
like
that,
this scene, but I feel like it's kind of pointless because of what Sonic says later.
Yeah, he gets all
Like
mad.
Sonic
or something.
contradicts him. Yeah, he's like, "Hey kid, go away." When he just freaking noticed that Tails could be useful, he like freaking looks at him and
Yeah, he's like,
this
"Man,
kid
he's
can run
cool."
his Tails. Yeah,
Yes,
and he's
Tails.
like, "Hey, get away from me."
What do you guys
I
think
hate
of
you."
the Sonic R remix, the Back in Time auto tune?
It's alright. I just feel like
I think it worked for the scene, but as a standalone song, I don't think I'd listen to it.
I think it's the auto tune.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should have just reused real vocals.
Yeah.
Somewhere out there is the version without the auto tune.
Somewhere.
Release it, please. So where in the world
alone.
does Sonic go? Like, Tails has been able to follow Sonic all this time. Now Sonic can just, like, chaos control.
Yeah.
I'd love to see like a sequel to this, like a Sonic 3 and Knuckles movie or something. That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah.
Although it'd be a pretty long-ass movie.
I feel like it can work though. The whole dynamic with like Knuckles, Sonic, Tails,
It
like
would-
all
it
of them,
would
their
have been
first
more like
meeting.
a-
I think it'd be cool.
It would have been more like a movie, not like 25 minutes. And although, like, what? This movie took like what, a year to make?
I just wish
Somewhere around
I just wish the entire movie was just Sonic and Tails meeting.
Yeah.
I just feel like the beginning part of it just
It was way like a totally different film or something.
yeah.
I felt like it should
really
have been
does
something
look
else. Yeah.
It
Should have been
dragged
like a Sonic
honestly.
CD follow-up kind of thing.
Like when I first saw
Yeah,
it,
that's what I was saying.
I kind of got bored when I first saw the beginning. Like I was like, come on, get to the point.
Okay, Tails is waving to him as
He's, yeah,
he's like
he
dead.
waves like with that.
He's like, hey.
What should I do?
Yeah, it makes sense. He's like a little kid. I think Tails was he 8 in the first game or was he like 6?
Actually,
Probably
always
the
stayed
latter.
the same age. They just always had a design change. It's kind of weird. Sonic is still 15. It's classic Sonic. He just got a massive facelift.
Oh
It's a
god.
freaking like random ass like piece of I don't even know. It's like he falls.
Little did Tails know this was his first time ever seeing any of this. Like he'd see more of this actually.
I find a really nice touch how the rings exploded when the ring box.
Yeah.
was blown
Yeah,
up.
that was funny. Sonic just sits there or stares.
Wait, hey, hold on, hey!
It took like freaking forever for Classic Tails to show a voice.
Oh, back to modern times. Here we go, our favorite characters.
Is that Amy?
That Amy.
This was so random when I first seen it. I didn't even expect him to be in the movie.
Yeah.
This must be big.
What makes you
Knuckles'
say that?
running animation looks so weird there.
It does.
He's like not even like bouncing as he's like running. He's just like kind of like.
Hey guys.
He has this advanced Sonic Advance running animation.
I kind of like it, Knuckles' voice. It reminds me of Scott Dreyer a little bit, or Dryer.
Yeah.
What's this, Knuckles? Like the 30th time?
No, actually, it's the
Amy's voice I'm not too fond of, actually.
Yeah.
It's way off.
I don't like how this country accent thing was kind of done.
So,
I mean, I can't really bash on the actress. I'm sure she was. I don't know. I don't know.
she
What
can
happened.
she can actually mask her accent. It's the weird thing how he just decided to like keep it. He's like, oh, you just keep the accent.
Yeah.
We'll rendezvous
Maybe
at
their
the
take on
house.
things. I don't know. It doesn't fit at all to me.
See you in 30.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Sonic characters aren't supposed to have an accent. That's what
that's
makes
weird.
them kind of like more relatable. So we
Yeah,
don't
you're
get like
supposed to be,
Sonic be
you're
like.
supposed to feel more relatable to him.
Except
we don't get
Styx the
Sonic
Badger.
being like-
She has an accent for some reason.
I don't even know what
Yeah,
in the world.
besides
what
like
kind of voice
Styx
she
and
has.
Marine.
Well, Marine doesn't really talk, does she? Are there cutscenes like where she talks?
No, they
Nah,
just
she
give.
just says like "hey" and stuff like that.
She just says like what, like her like the dialogue. They give her like an Australian dialogue, I guess. Like the things she say.
Sonic just contradicts himself completely here, just like freaking.
Yeah, they were
taking
just
him-
friends a minute ago. I thought.
All right.
Made it
I
seem
feel
like,
like
they're
Sonic.
cool, yeah.
I feel like Sonic wouldn't actually say this. Like, I feel like he'd be more nice to it.
If
Sonic-
anything, like he's
Sonic
always had
looks
that
like
big brother. Like he's always accepted tells us like a little brother or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic is like a freaking jerk in this movie. Just like he's like, "Hey, this kid's cool." 2 minutes later, "I hate you. Get out."
Yeah,
I think
this
it's more
kid's
the
pretty
nature
cool.
that he wants him to be
can
safe.
fly.
Like, he's like, this is going to be dangerous, so.
Yeah, but he didn't need to be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
get away."
He could
I'm
have just been
what
like,
in the
this isn't a
world?
place for kids. But no, he gets all
Wait,
angry.
that flower isn't moving. That flower isn't spinning. Hey, I hate this movie already.
Yeah.
Sonic fan,
His
the
eyes
fan
are
base
too
in a
black.
nutshell, pretty much.
See, the movie just kind of ends. It's weird how it ends like that. It's already almost over.
You bet.
I feel like the animation got really cheap during the end.
Yeah, I feel like they were just in the movie now.
They're
It's
rushing
been
it
too
off.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So-
and that
It
was
sounds like the yeah
Sonic,
you'd get when you're done with the lines.
and that was Sonic Prologue. What are you guys like? I guess final thoughts on this movie?
Sure. I mean, overall, it's a very nice attempt of Source Filmmaker, which they should have done for the Sonic fan film. I have no idea why they didn't go with that. You know, Source Filmmaker looks more like an actual Sonic cutscene. So
Yeah.
visually, it looks better. But, you know, the script is fine. I just feel like the voices just didn't fit the characters. Modern
Exactly.
Sonic didn't sound like modern Sonic. Classic Sonic was bad. Amy, I don't know why they were going with the accent. Knuckles' mic sucked. Classic Sonic's mic also sucked. And, I mean, a lot of things were good in this, you know. I think a lot of these ideas look good in storyboard, but a lot of them weren't executed right.
Yeah, I see what you mean there.
All right, Raw, you can go.
Well, like we were saying earlier, the first part definitely feels like it should be in Sonic CD, like a prologue for Sonic CD or something. I mean, it introduced Sonic pretty well, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like it needs to be there. Same with Eggman. The characters, like the voice actors, like you said, really don't fit in a lot of ways. But the script, for the most part, I like the script, and you know, besides like when Sonic contradicts himself, I think for the most part, I really enjoyed this movie the first time I watched it.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed this fan film. In fact, like we said earlier, I think it's the best one we've seen
Definitely.
for Sonic.
Not much of a competition, but certainly it raises the bar for future movies.
Definitely.
Someone has to take this kind of concept and make it better.
Yeah, hopefully, I hope that this brings a lot more competition and a lot more people to want to do stuff like this.
Overall, I think this should have been called the Spec movie
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's a step in the right direction.
We have a little scene here.
Definitely.
What is the point of this?
I don't know. There's a death egg. It's just randomly sitting there.
It's kind of weird. It looks like they're using the 8-bit sprite.
What point in the timeline is this? Is this like before Sonic 2 or? Because the death egg is supposed to crash, or are they
Yeah.
just sitting down? Is this like?
Because the death egg did crash into, technically.
I think maybe this is like before they start the adventure, which would be weird.
The way that's supposed to go is the death egg crashes after 2, and throughout 3, the death egg is getting repaired, and then and Knuckles, it gets put back
But
in
wait
the
a
sky.
minute.
Yeah, I get
But
that.
wait,
but like,
wasn't
why,
the death egg
why
like
is the death egg?
exploding as soon as like Sonic got out?
I have no clue.
Yeah, but what point in the timeline is this? Is this like before Sonic 2 or?
I feel like they
it's
just
a
made.
random.
I feel like they made this scene and then deleted it and like, you know what? That was a lot of hard work. Let's just put it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it fits nowhere in the timeline that I can think of. Maybe before Sonic 2. But anyways, to give my thoughts, I enjoyed it. I didn't like some of the voice acting was out of place. I couldn't connect with it. Like it made some scenes not believable for me. The animation was really good at points. I really like Sonic's animation the best, like his facial
Definitely.
expressions and everything. Metal Sonic was cool. Some of it could have been definitely cut down. I would have liked to see more Sonic and Tails in there, like more of what I thought Sonic Prologue was going to be. Because the first part just seemed like, okay, like Sonic CD, Sonic 1. I thought Sonic 1 feel because the way Sonic and Eggman were talking to each other.
Yeah, that's mainly how they kind of advertises like Sonic and
Yeah.
Tails before. Like the trailer, like could really hype you up, but I feel like a lot of lines in there were also just made just for the trailer, just to make a better looking trailer overall.
Yeah.
You know, I understand why the movie's cut short. I understand why it ends the way it is because it's supposed to show like right before Sonic 2, I believe. But the thing is, it comes off feeling like Amazing Spider-Man 2, and that it advertises all these villains and all of what's going on. But it cuts everything down. and
Overall,
sets you
Metal
up for
Sonic has
something
done
that's not there.
nothing, and I feel like by bringing him back, they retconned parts of Sonic CD, which
So
Pretty
point-
much.
So part of it was sort of disappointing, but at the same time, it's a fan film. I give it slack. I like the film, and I think it's the best one yet. All the people who worked
far.
on it. I think you guys did. I think you guys did great. Keep it up. I want to see more of this. I really like the whole fan film, I guess, idea that people do on the internet. I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, I enjoyed every minute of it. So
Same here.
certainly not the best thing out there for a Sonic, what I would think for a Sonic fan kind of film, but I definitely think this is a basis. I mean, people can work on this and make something amazing. Someone has to make something amazing.
And one thing I like about it is that it raises the bar for fan films. Now they have to actually work on their stuff.
Like I said, hopefully it
and
brings
make it as good.
competition.
Yeah, because the ones before weren't amazing like this to me. So
Not even close, really.
So definitely a good fan film. If you guys couldn't hear because of our voices, definitely watch it on your own time, get your own opinions. But yeah, I'm Steven Nux. You guys have a great day.
Y'all have a good night. Peace.